When people think about immigration, I think that they often imagine a permanent move. But in the private client space, the conversations that we have is often very different. And it usually centers around the fact that there's a big distinction between moving to the United States and accessing the United States. Many families aren't necessarily planning to relocate their entire lives. And even if they are, they still want to maintain maximum optionality. People want the ability to spend time in the US, run businesses, maybe even educate their kids here without fully relocating. And for those families, we've found that immigration planning is more about building a legal foothold, creating flexibility to move in between jurisdictions depending on where opportunities exist and where risks emerge. And so, unfortunately, in a world where it seems like geopolitical conditions are changing more and more quickly, that kind of flexibility becomes extremely valuable. So, for many families, the goal isn't simply relocation, it's really access. So, then the question becomes, what option are we going to use if we're looking for just access? And usually, we're going to look at a visa. We're going to try to find a visa that doesn't require an employer or a sponsoring entity in the United States, that gives us the ability to spend as much or as little time as we would like in the United States, and that also maybe can, give kids the ability to study in the United States. Maybe a spouse can have work authorization in the US. So what works for access? Typically the E2, L1, and O1 visas are great for access. If a client wants to look at actually relocating to the United States, typically we'll start with a visa option that gives them access and then try to transition that option that allows for access into green card status. So if we want full relocation, we're typically going to look at the EB1A, EB1C, or EB5 green card categories.